Number 1. The 2004 Indian Ocean Tsunami, a catastrophic event that changed the world forever. On December 26, 2004, a massive 9.1 magnitude earthquake struck off the coast of Sumatra, Indonesia. This triggered a series of devastating tsunamis, with waves reaching heights of up to 30 meters. The tsunami traveled across the Indian Ocean, hitting 14 countries and claiming over 230,000 lives. Entire villages were wiped out, and millions were displaced. The disaster prompted global cooperation, leading to the establishment of early warning systems to prevent future tragedies. Let's remember the resilience of those who survived and honor those who didn't. Number 2. Hurricane Katrina, one of the deadliest and costliest hurricanes in U.S. history. In August 2005, this Category 5 storm made landfall in Louisiana, devastating New Orleans and surrounding areas. Levees failed, flooding 80% of the city and leaving thousands stranded. Over 1,800 people lost their lives, and damages exceeded $160 billion. Katrina exposed critical flaws in disaster preparedness and infrastructure, sparking nationwide reforms. The images of survivors on rooftops and in the Superdome remain etched in our memories, reminding us of nature's power and humanity's vulnerability. Number 3. The eruption of Mount St. Helens in Washington state on May 18, 1980, was a volcanic explosion like no other. A magnitude 5.1 earthquake triggered a lateral blast that obliterated everything within 230 square miles. The eruption killed 57 people, flattened forests, and sent ash clouds soaring into the atmosphere. It was equivalent to 24 megatons of TNT, 500 times more powerful than the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima. Today, Mount St. Helens serves as a reminder of Earth's volatile geology and the importance of monitoring active volcanoes. Number 4. The 1906 San Francisco earthquake, an event that reshaped an entire city. On April 18, 1906, a magnitude 7.9 earthquake struck Northern California, followed by raging fires that burned for days. Over 3,000 people died, and nearly half the city's population was left homeless. The destruction forced architects and engineers to rethink building codes, paving the way for modern seismic safety standards. This disaster marked a turning point in how cities prepare for earthquakes. Number 5. The 2011 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami, a tragedy that shook Japan to its core. On March 11, 2011, a magnitude 9.0 earthquake struck off Japan's northeastern coast, triggering a tsunami with waves up to 40 meters high. Entire towns were swept away, and nearly 20,000 people perished. The disaster also caused the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear meltdown, one of the worst nuclear accidents in history. Despite the devastation, Japan's recovery efforts have been a testament to human resilience and innovation. Number 6. Cyclone Nargis, a storm that devastated Myanmar in 2008. Striking on May 2, this Category 4 cyclone brought winds of up to 215 km per hour and a massive storm surge that inundated coastal regions. An estimated 138,000 people lost their lives, and millions were left without food, water, or shelter. The government's slow response to the crisis drew international criticism, highlighting the need for better disaster management systems in vulnerable regions. Number 7. The Dust Bowl, a man-made natural disaster that ravaged America's Great Plains during the 1930s. Severe drought combined with poor farming practices led to massive dust storms that buried homes, destroyed crops, and displaced hundreds of thousands of families. Known as black blizzards, these storms darkened skies and devastated livelihoods. The Dust Bowl taught us valuable lessons about sustainable agriculture and environmental stewardship, lessons we still apply today. Number 8. The 1985 Nevado del Ruiz eruption, a small but deadly volcanic disaster in Colombia. When this stratovolcano erupted, it melted glaciers and unleashed lahars, volcanic mudflows, that buried the town of Armero, killing over 23,000 people. Many victims were asleep when the lahar struck, underscoring the importance of timely warnings and evacuation plans. This tragedy remains a stark reminder of how even smaller eruptions can have catastrophic consequences. Number 9. The 1931 China floods, the deadliest natural disaster in recorded history. Following months of heavy rainfall, the Yangtze, Yellow, and Huai rivers overflowed, submerging vast areas of China. Estimates suggest between 1 and 4 million people died due to drowning, starvation, and disease. Millions more were displaced, and agricultural lands were destroyed. This catastrophe highlighted the devastating impact of climate extremes and the need for flood control measures. Number 10. The 1988 Armenian earthquake, a tragedy that struck the Soviet Union's Armenian region on December 7, 1988. A magnitude 6.8 quake leveled entire cities, including Spitak and Leninakan, killing at least 25,000 people and leaving 500,000 homeless. Poor construction practices amplified the destruction, emphasizing the importance of earthquake-resistant infrastructure. Despite the devastation, aid poured in from around the world, showcasing global solidarity in times of crisis.